Traders, Anthony here. So we're going to run through last week's trade signals, do a bit of a recap, and we'll take a look at what could have been different. So Aussie Swiss, I'm just going to run alphabetically from the top. This is not sorted by date or anything like that. Just start from the top and work down. I've got it marked up in green, as you can see on the right here, the list. So this one we opened on Tuesday. As you can see, nothing really happened with this for an entire day. I ended up closing it at break even the day after. I'm really wanting to see results, i.e., we enter here, I really want some action. So I decided to shut this one down early, and it wasn't a bad idea. Now, we've been seeing some aggressive reversals midweek. As you can see down the bottom, this is Wednesday. This is occurring, well, it has been occurring since we had a Bank of Japan rate rise. For some reason, the algos are doing some backflips midweek and hitting liquidity with a vengeance. Okay, so we have to work out how to navigate around that. Now, the other thing that could have been different with this is to be a little bit more picky with our entry. So we don't have a solid, see the red shaded zone over here? Back here there's a green shaded zone. So we don't have a solid red shaded zone. In other words, the trend hasn't really set in on the higher time frames. And the indicator down here is giving us a green bar on the 4H as well. So, it wasn't really a good setup. Okay, I could be a little more choosy with this. Just have a look at our entry point here on the 4 hour. What did that look like? Okay, 4 hour has traded into the cloud. I was just going off this break of structure here from a price action perspective and looking for continuation to the downside. But I did ignore some basic rules. Okay, this is trading in the cloud here on the 4 hour time frame. So probably best left alone. So we really want to go for these opportunities here when it's trading either above or below the cloud. Always good to look back and see what took place. 1 hour. Yeah, I had the breakout on the 1 hour, but the 4 hour didn't stack up, right? So that would be something we can consider into the coming week, just avoiding those situations. All right, so let's have a look at the next one, Swiss yen. This one, let's just bump up the green and red shaded zones, background color, increase that intensity a little bit. Right, this was a breakout trade. Yeah, what I did with this one was actually closed it entirely and then looked for a re-entry. So you can see this TP, this is where it was closed, right here. Okay, heading into this orange line, which is a previous weekly high or low. So heading into resistance, I pushed up into that. I decided to close it. It was overextended. The other thing I saw with this was this imbalance. It did pull back into it right here. So the imbalance is this thin candle. Okay, so we had displacement. There's the imbalance, and I was looking for a move back down into the imbalance for a re-entry. We actually had a green HTF kick in here, and I decided to run with that. Not all the time frames are agreeable though. This one's still red, right? So it's not a full green light, so to speak. And then what happened here? I ended up closing this one in slight profit. I think this was heading into Swissy a data release. So both of these we closed in profit and ended up abandoning the trade. Now, here's this Wednesday. Well, that's Thursday. Okay, this happened on Thursday. Oh well, the data release came out negative for the Swissy, so we had this sell-off. All right, so you got to watch the news events. So anyway, that was closed in profit. The Euro CAD, yeah, this one, and again it was a mixed bag. I entered short without the full confirmation on the indicator down below here, so we still had a green bar. Just so you understand what the indicators do and what they're supposed to do, they're incredibly accurate insofar as giving us the trend. This red zone is telling us that we have 6 higher time frames trending in the same direction, but you're going to get volatility and pullbacks. You can see that the indicator down here giving us the red break, but green kicked in. And what day was this? Thursday. Yeah, okay, Thursday. Wednesday, all right, well, Wednesday it started to trade in the opposite direction and then it kept going. That's a reversal that occurred. But again, if we go out to the, and the other thing with this too is, we really want to try to get involved with these zones when they kick in early on. So an entry on this candle here, if we could have caught that, would have been ideal. Back up in here with a tight stop. In any case, let's go out and have a look and see what that looked like on the 4 hour. Just mark up the point of interest here. That was our entry. And again, it's a little bit long in the tooth when it's been ranging sideways for so long and kind of undecided. And I think I'm preferring to look at these opportunities a bit earlier on, I should say, in the coming week. But look, let's just go out and see what this looked like on a 4 hour time frame. Yeah, so I had a complete reversal. And again, look, see how it's trending into the cloud. So, when it's trending into the cloud, we can call it a no-go zone, guys. So that's 2 trades that I've taken where it's traded back into the cloud on the 4 hour time frame. My bad. We really want these opportunities when it's trading above the cloud or below the cloud on the 4 hour. Okay, so I've traded that into a no-go zone. Take full responsibility for that. And as it was, it didn't turn out so well. Yeah, okay, so stop loss got taken on that one. Right, so that goes to show, we really need to follow the plan. Okay, I am guilty of breaking my own rules, guys. I'll do it. All right, this one here, Euro New Zealand. This one entered on this green zone. See, this is the kind of setup we want. And again, I'm still tentative with my tight stops. I tend to be stretching out my stops. In any case, that was a nice entry. We entered on the green zone as it was kicking off, and then I closed it on Friday. It traded into resistance here. We've got a yellow, and a yellow being a daily, and this one here, the white one, is a monthly. Okay, you can see it here, previous daily and monthly. So that's big resistance, and you can see how it's respecting the level, and now we're starting to see it roll over. So we exited this one, with a little bit of profit. The pound yen, what happened with that? Yep, okay. Okay, see, and again, remember I mentioned I'm preferring to get in earlier on when the green zone kicks in back here. So this is a little bit late to the party, and then you pay the consequences. We had a buy limit that didn't get filled, came back down within a couple of pips and missed it. And this is the other thing too. Let's avoid taking a trade. I mean, this was a breakout trade, and I was hoping for that, but we're a little bit late to the party. See how the green zone kicked off back in here? So moving forward, we could look to avoid getting involved if we've seen, like this green zone, for example, has been running from back here, way back. All right, so we might want to look to avoid getting involved when this trend is so advanced. And the other thing is we need to be really mindful of this Wednesday reversal phenomenon that's been occurring on a regular basis. It's the New York session, Wednesday, Thursday. We've been seeing this occurring. Okay, so let's have a look at the pound dollar. What's the story? Oh, yep, okay. Okay, again, a bit late to the party. I'm going to really try to get involved early on here, guys. Okay, so this is, well, I don't mind that pullback, and I'm looking for that. And, looking to move our stop loss to break even. So this stop loss was taken out at BE. I'm okay with that because I'm really wanting continuation. Nothing really happened with it. It was range bound. What's this, the pound dollar? Tuesday, Wednesday, look at this. There's your Wednesday run on stops right there. Yeah, I mean, the pound dollar wasn't a great pair to be trading. Didn't really work out. And the thing to do would be to really tighten up our stops. There's an opportunity. That's nice. Get in early on that. And away we go. Let's have a look. New Zealand CAD was another one. Oh, this is still running. This was a breakout trade. Again, I'm getting in late. So the opportunity was really back in here on this pullback. Tight stop. That would have been okay. This is a breakout trade. Still running, and it hasn't really done anything. It's been range bound ever since. So we're still hanging in there with this one. Yeah, here's another example. So you want to get in early on these and then avoid getting in late. And again, the tight stop is going to be the thing. So, there's a pullback buy, or if you got in on this one, slightly under the previous, that's nearly a 2R. And then we've got Monday, that turned around Monday. and then Tuesday it was trending. That's a nice opportunity back in here. Alright, so the New Zealand Swiss midweek reversal wasn't our best week. Late to the party. Again, the opportunity is really back in here, right there on this pullback. There's nearly 2R there. Well, there is 2R with a tight stop. Midweek reversal kicked off. A couple of opportunities were back here. That one on the pullback, that would have been a nice one. So what have we got? What else was there? New Zealand Swissy. Yeah, that's the kind of thing we want to get involved with this week. Having a look at this on the 4H. Alright, this was the entry point here. Let's just throw this in and have a look at it. Okay, the eyeball 4-hour time frame. Yeah, kind of doing the right thing. It's extended out into this first deviation, and then we got the midweek reversal. I want to try and catch these. Well, actually not there. Here, the pullback into the mean here. That was a nice one. Now it's trending into the cloud. The Kiwi dollar. This one was closed. Okay, nothing happened. I entered this one, and look, again, the opportunity was back here. Short position on the pullback there. There it is. And that was when? That's Thursday last week. Thursday, Friday, yep. Last week, Thursday. That would have been a really nice outcome. And here we're a bit late to the party. Right, it's not the pullback on the 4-hour. Again. So that's what I'm getting this week. Looking back, try to capture these a bit earlier on. Have a look at it on the 4H. So this was closed at break even on Friday as it pulled back. This could be an opportunity. What is it? The New Zealand dollar. That could be a short opportunity. I'll have a look at that. I'm going to shift this over to red alert and we'll take a close look at it. Yeah, if this turns around and we get a red signal, we could look at that. Okay, so dollar CAD closed at break even. This one, I was looking for the buy. I entered it, and then it didn't really trade on Friday. Okay, it was range bound for the rest of the day, so I ended up closing it at break even. This one was a nice one. We closed this one in profit into a news event, so that was quite a nice outcome. And then we had the dollar Swiss. Oh, and look at the difference. See here, we got in fairly early on these signals back in here. Yeah, the green zone kicked in where my mouse is, right here. Okay, dollar Swissy. This one was that's quite a nice outcome. I'm still getting in with a wide stop. Okay, so what could have been different? A tighter stop. Closed on Friday and took profit on that one. And then we've got gold. Yeah, now gold I'm going to get more involved with. I had a couple of opportunities that could have been really good. Look at this one here. Going to get a lot more involved with this, guys. We're going to be looking for exactly this. Look at the pullback. This one here we entered, and it ended up closing at break even. Yeah, and that's why I'm looking to pull my stop loss to break even early and see if we get a breakaway trade and go for a 10R. This one here, the buy limit wasn't filled. I wanted a pullback. If you remember this, we actually entered a long position on this breakout. We were actually in this trade, guys, and I got a bit concerned about it, thinking that we might see a pullback, and I actually abandoned this trade and set up a limit down in here. So we're actually in that. Goes to show. But I mean, ideally I want to get involved back in here. So this was trending through the green zone. You know, it kind of moved, and I thought, let's see if we get the pullback. Yeah, definitely a reason for that, guys. Let's have a look at the eyeball. Go out to a 4H. See? Okay, this is exactly why. So it's now extending. This is first deviation here. We're trading out from the mean, and I entered here long. Would have been a nice outcome, by the way. And I was thinking that we might see an aggressive pullback, so I actually knocked it on the head and set up a buy limit order down in here. The other reason is there is an imbalance back down in here. I thought, could be a thing as well. It's overextended, and we're getting in late to the party. It's in the shaded zone, so there's a whole bunch of reasons why I was a little bit nervous with it and decided to knock it on the head and just go for a deeper pullback, which never eventuated, but you get that. So I hope that's all making sense. Anyway, so that's gold, or that was gold, and then we had this bearish move here. I sold on this breakout. It got closed at break even there, and then the red zone kicked in, and that would have been a nice opportunity back up in here or here. Anyway, to be continued. We're going to be looking at this FTSE trade that I talked about with VIP on Friday. I did a whole video tutorial on that, the FTSE 100, UK 100. We're going to be looking at trading the dividend payout on a regular basis. So if you haven't already, have a look at that video. And then there's another video I'm going to be doing shortly. It's a DAX trade, the DAX German 40. Right, so there's a phenomenon that occurs on a monthly basis with that, and it happens every month, recurring. So we're going to be looking at that as well. So there's a couple of index trades or strategies that we can get involved with in the coming week and ongoing. Yep. So with that, guys, that's a bit of a recap for last week. Lessons learned. I want to look to get in a bit earlier on in the shaded zone, and be a little bit more strict with the pullback on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, with that, I hope you have a great day, safe trading, and we'll see you in the next one.